Yeah. So just start off. You can start off with the aliens. You can start off with you introduce yourself.
Okay.
First episode, and it's up to you. So whenever you're ready.
Okay. I just want to start talking about the alien shit because that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Like kind of like you hook people into that kind of shit and everything. Hey, did you guys hear that there's Canada confirmed the alien shit?
Where did you find that?
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
No, I found it on TikTok right and I decided to look into it. And apparently it is a thing. They did find, they did release like official proof, like the whole alien bullshit and everything like that. I'm like thinking to myself, aliens have been here forever, bro. They've been fucking here forever. And it's like I keep telling people and everything like that everybody's been abducted at this point. Everybody has. And we're all just kind of like a giant ant farm. They don't really care about what the fuck, they don't care about taking any of our shit or anything like that. If anything, they trade secrets for secrets and everything. That's how come also sometimes you go on your phone and you're thinking like, oh, I want to go to, I don't know, fucking McDonald's or some bullshit, right? And so you think about that and you fucking guess what? Pops up on your fucking phone. Fucking McDonald's does. Because if they take that information out of the chip in your brain or inside here where your mouth is, they take it out of there and then they sell it. And then they trade secrets and everything like that. You know what I mean? That's kind of what they do. So, but they've been here for fucking ever. There's fucking people and everything been bred with them and everything. That's how come some people are the way that they are. But of course, then they're not gonna let anybody know. So which is kind of like what they do is they pick up certain people and they allow certain people to keep their memory, but they pick only the people that nobody will believe. Kind of like fucking the schizo people like me. So that's kind of what But Canada actually having the balls to release shit is really cool. It's kind of like they're like, oh yeah, the aliens and everything like that. They don't want to hurt anybody. They just they're not happy though with the way that we're going with the planet and shit. And I'm like, yeah, I could see why. There must be some kind of like galactic federation. What if there is a galactic federation out there that they're talking about shit like that?
So,
yeah.
What I found is, I guess, a physicist, a physicist.
There you go.
Sorry, guys, I've been hitting the head.
That's fine.
But I guess
at one point or another, are we humans alone in this universe?
For an alien?
You believe in aliens, Sarah?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Because I saw they were talking about, I think, like the spacecrafts and everything like that, right? There's a couple main different ones, though. You see?
Harvard University physicist Avi Loeb thinks we are indeed not alone in the universe. He's pointing to this. This is an artist rendering. What was discovered in 2017? They call it Oumuamua. They gave it a funny name, but basically, this was an object that came from outside of our solar system in October 2017.
No, their ships
First
are
thing
bigger
to come
than
from
that.
outside the solar system. At first, they thought, well, it was
They look
a
more
comet
kind of
or
like
an
the shape of
asteroid,
like a sunflower
but it didn't
seed.
act like that. This Harvard professor has a new book out, and we're going to look at the book here. That's one of the images they have of the Oumuamua. But this book is called Extraterrestrial: The First Signs of Intelligent Life Beyond Earth. He thinks that object.
But that's, I don't know. I feel
So
like
they're just trying to sell a book.
They are. They're trying to fucking sell shit because that's not what their ship looks like and everything. And they're also kind of really small. And so what they do and everything like that, they have this big old fucking ship, like the size of a fucking state, right? It's big. It's like a big old kind of flat kind of one because it allows them to like travel the easiest and shit like that. More aerodynamic bullshit. It's like the size, like not size, but it's like the shape of a sunflower seed, right? And so what they do and everything, they pack all these little motherfuckers in there and everything like that. They're about the size of children or whatever. These really sunken in faces and they're all gray and shit. And they go and so what they not with their hands or their mouth, but with their feet. They go with their little feet and everything like that. They go like that. But they're not mean. They're not bad. That's only one kind of them though. And those ones are typically the ones who go along the coastline and everything. They kind of skim over the water a lot of the time. They don't like weather like what we've been having recently. But then you get the really weird motherfuckers who live in the hills, like over there by Tracy and everything like that. They're fucking weird. Now I want to say like living in the hills, they're not like living on the grass, living underneath the fucking earth and shit. And so they burrow around and they're kind of really disgruntled looking and shit. They're fucking weird. I don't know about them.
Are you talking about just like hills people?
No, I'm talking about aliens.
Okay, no, I know.
It's a
but
whole
you're
different
talking
kind of
about
species and everything.
The people in Tracy, but are you talking about like maybe you're just talking about people that live in the hills that away from a bunch of people?
No, they're not. They're big. They're big. Like they're about 7 feet tall or anything like that. They're kind of all fucked up and kind of look like they came out of the mud. They have really, really long arms and they have really kind of big, like sunken in eyes like that and everything. They don't really come out that often. They don't like the sunlight. It hurts them. And so they do go through the hills though, and they're part of the reason why that you have a lot of like that weird like magnetic shit over there because they have the metal shit and everything that they're put up right there here too. So I don't know what's up with them. They're kind of a bit more like antisocial, I guess. I don't really get to talk to them.
So I guess this would be a good time to introduce yourself, Nash.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. Hi, I'm Nashi. I'm a tattoo artist and body piercer at Nasty Tattoos, and I'm a fighter at Strike Fitness. I'm also a mental health advocate, and I have what's called schizoaffective disorder, and that is basically a mix of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. And so that's a little bit of information and my whole thought about aliens. They are real, and trust me, they picked up everybody at this point. They picked up everybody. And that's not a bad thing. They don't want to hurt nobody, but you have been picked up before. I guarantee it.
Even me?
Yeah. Everybody has. It's because they keep tabs on us, and they use that also to put the chip in your mouth too. Because we're not born with the chip. They got to put it in here, and it's right there in the roof of your mouth, right where that little the ridge on there is. It's in there, and the reason why that you don't get it in there like that is because you have a gag reflex. So you go digging around up there and shit, but you gag because they don't want you to fuck with it.
So you gotta understand the people that are listening, Nash.
Yeah.
That they're a lot of people don't believe in aliens.
Oh, they should.
Yeah. and a lot of people don't know what schizophrenia is.
Okay. Really? Oh wow. Okay.
Well, that's why you want this podcast to
be informational.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I don't know. It's your podcast. So, did you even think of a name yet?
Happy Dagger.
Okay, Happy Dagger, guys.
Yay! happy. I'm cool with that. I lost my train of thought there for a second. But it's like, I do think it'd be a good idea to take a minute to go ahead and explain a little bit more about schizoaffective disorder, because it's not like schizophrenia exactly. There's certain key pieces that are there and aren't there, like as similar to schizophrenia. And so schizoaffective being a mix of schizophrenia and bipolar, you have what's the schizophrenia partner, the hallucinations, delusions, and the negative symptoms. The positive symptoms of schizophrenia and of schizoaffective disorder consists of auditory, visual, tactile types of hallucinations. Sometimes you also have, olfactory or like taste hallucinations too, but they're not nearly as common. And usually that's more of a sign of another condition that needs to be addressed. But the delusions and everything, delusions are, I think they're classified as a false belief held regardless of evidence or not. Like people would say that the aliens are a delusion of mine and everything. But even though I have seen them before and I know that they're real, and we have Canada as proof. We have Canada as proof. Thank you, Canada, for that and your fucking maple syrup. But so that's considered a delusion. And so in schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder, the hallucinations and delusions are the positive symptoms. The negative symptoms, they're not negative as in bad. What that means is that there's something missing there. There's some kind of social, you have sometimes words that get mixed up. You have things like echolalia, word salad, and shit like that, where the words don't come across correctly. And so sometimes I have words that don't make sense to people, and I acknowledge they don't make sense, or certain words in my vocabulary that should be there aren't there anymore. They get replaced or they get eaten up, and it is really frustrating to have that happen. Other kinds of negative symptoms you have are ones where you miss social cues, where, it is things like, you have that schizophrenic in the movies where they just have this blank face during, like, I don't know, a funeral or during a comedy act. They just don't respond the way that people expect them to. That's considered a negative symptom. And it's, how can I phrase it? I lost my train of thought there. Negative symptoms. Things like social cues is mainly a big one. Things like also being able to take care of yourself. Things like, basic self-care, being able to wash your hair, eat, go to work, stuff like that. Like, they told me I wouldn't be able to fucking live on my own. They told me I wouldn't be able to function as an adult and everything with schizoaffective disorder. They're like, you will always need to be at home. You will always need to be on medication. And that's really disturbing and sad to hear when you're fucking only 14, that you're never going to be able to do that.
Why wouldn't you be able to live at home or by yourself?
By myself, because at that point the hallucinations were untreated and they were really severe. And so I had a lot of negative symptoms displayed. I wasn't able to take care of myself very often. I wasn't able to, take a shower or wash my hair and eat. It's like, these things are things that you should be doing, but there's something that is keeping you from doing it. Like, what part of the reason for me is that I have a hallucination where people push through shower curtains. That's why my shower curtain at home is clear, because at the very least I can see through that curtain and I can see there's not an actual body behind it, even if I see that shower curtain coming at me. or sleep, not getting enough sleep is another negative symptom, insomnia. And so for me, that is a problem because I have this one hallucination where he's a monster who, like, I think he's a monster. I don't know the fuck he is. He's something fucking weird. He's like fucking like Nosferatu or some bullshit. But he ain't got no legs. He don't got no legs. He doesn't got any lips. He has big old fucking teeth and these weird little hands that come up like chicken arms or something like that. And he just whistles all fucking night, and he just stays there. He's only in my room, so I can sleep other places and be perfectly fine, but he's only in that room and he just fucking whistles. But things like that make basic self-care shit really difficult, you know? And that's kind of what the negative symptoms of schizophrenia and schizoaffective can be. You know, it's different for everybody. Everybody experiences it differently to different degrees. I'm very lucky to be so aware in the way that I am, because I know there's other people out there who aren't. But just to kind of give a general enough perspective on it and everything like that, that's what we're looking for schizoaffective, for schizophrenia part. The next part is the bipolar disorder part. And that within itself can be broken up into two different parts. You can have that one where, you know, you get a lot of lows and everything. And that one's really difficult too because you deal with a lot of depression. I don't have that one. I have what's the more manic side where my cycle goes pretty much from like neutral all the way up to like hypomania and then all the way up even higher into fucking mania. And that's even worse because when I don't sleep for like fucking 4 days straight, my hallucinations get worse and they just keep building up and then I don't sleep and I don't eat and then I keep talking. And it just like the creative part is great because I feel like fucking on top of the damn world and shit. But then again, it's kind of like you have a car with no brakes. Eventually you're going to crash, you know? And that's the kind of bipolar that I have. And you do have mania where you have the super duper highs and euphoria. It's bubbly. It's great. But then you also have the kind of really kind of sucky parts where I spend too much money that I shouldn't be spending on bullshit that I shouldn't be spending it on. And what's that there? I spend too much money on bullshit I shouldn't be spending it on. I do reckless shit. I've done stupid shit. And it's not good. But then it's like, yeah, there's happy parts. And then I get really fucking angry and I don't know why. But it's because it's the mania. And I haven't slept in like 4 days. Or I've slept maybe like 2 hours in the last 3 days total. And then it just crashes. And then I'm okay again.
It's funny because I've seen you deal with the mania.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm laughing is because like I've known you for so long and I know when you're going through it.
Yeah.
Like there'll be days where you're just wired. It's like you took like
crack.
No, not even crack. Just like you drank like 10 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
And like it seems like you're in a good mood. Mm-hmm. But like I know that because you're that high, probably in 2 days you're gonna drop to a super low. And it is kind of scary, but at the same time, I'm laughing because I don't know. That's what we do. We laugh. Like I've known you for so long. We laugh about it. You know
it's like, fine. It's because it's gonna happen. What the fuck is the point if I'm gonna be fucking depressed about it and shit? It's gonna happen anyway. Being a fucking like so poor me bullshit. It's not gonna help anything. Fucking make a joke out of it or something. Fucking. I make comics about it and everything. It just helps it cope. You know, artwork. My artwork really helps with that.
Your new comic.
Oh yeah, I'm working. It's really cool. I brought it with me today. It's my little like demon doodle dude and everything like that. I have a little character that I made up. He's a body piercer in hell, and so but he's kind of like a little bit of like it's like a self-insert, I guess you can say, because I'm giving him a lot of little fucking demons in his own little fucking head and everything to fucking give him some kind of trial and tribulation. And I guess you can say, and the artist in me is like, maybe if I can solve his problems, I can solve mine too. But it's really cool because I started working on his today and everything, and it's all scratchy and it's fun and it's messy, and my iPen fucking broke, so I've gone back to traditional medium, so that's really fun. But I love how messy it is with like the ink all over my hands. And like it's a good outlet for everything because sometimes I just want to go and the digital thing isn't good for, just going. It's not that same feeling in the hands, I like to be able to smear the ink. I love being able to feel the pencil and erase it and use my fingers and shit to mess around with it. It's really fun. And so, yeah.
And what number is this for you?
Huh?
What number comic? It's the first one for
completed?
That character?
Oh, no. For this character, I've done a couple of them. The thing about it is also I don't go in like chronological order. And so it's like if I have 8 pages planned, I have 3 of them that are completely done. But they're like pages 4, 6, and 7, I don't have the other ones that are finished yet. I like to bounce around a lot, kind of like in tattooing too. I like to bounce around a lot. It is kind of whatever, I guess, flows the easiest at the moment. So this page right here is just like page number 1 of like maybe 3. So it's just a short little comic.
And I'll put it on the video.
Hell yeah. Oh, cool. That's really cool you'll be able to see it. But the 8-page comic I'm working on, I feel really bummed about because I'm doing it digitally. And it's taking me 20 hours so far. It's taking me 20 hours to do these 3 fucking pages. I still got another 5 to do, and my pen fucking broke because little tip and everything, the Apple Pencils, if you don't charge them long enough or you leave them off the fucking charger long enough, they'll fucking just die. They'll just die. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've had this thing maybe like a month, and it's already fucking dead. They're like, well, shit, you should have kept it at fucking 15%. I had it like at 5% for like 2 weeks, and then it died. And I'm like, oh, fuck. It's another $100 I need to spend. But take care of your equipment because then that happens. And I'm like, well, fuck. Now I'm just kind of like spitefully waiting. And I'm just like, I'm not going to get a fucking pen yet. Fuck that. Just being spiteful. So
I guess we go into your week now.
Okay, cool.
How
yeah,
was
definitely.
your week?
The week, it's actually been pretty entertaining in the ones in that time that I've had, actually tattooing. I've done a lot of hand tattoos this week. At the moment, our shop is closed. But personally, I'm taking individual clients, and we're just kind of, an artist is an artist. You got to fucking go. And so I've had a really interesting week. I've done a lot of hand tattoos, which I did actually this girl's hands. She got the words hopeless romantic across her knuckles. And it was actually really fun because hand tattoos are my favorite ones to do. And to have the opportunity to do like that much all at once is really fun. I get to just play around with it. I get to move the finger around. And I know a lot of artists don't like hand tattoos. They don't like doing them because they wear off a lot. It's just part of, especially this whole quarantine age where everybody's washing their goddamn hands, fucking, to open this thing and open that thing, open the damn door and everything. Your hands are always going to get washed. And so those tattoos are going to lighten up a lot. But I love doing them. I feel like there's a lot of potential there for the hands. And you're always going to see them. So that's really cool. It's not like a tattoo on your fucking back of your neck as a first tattoo that you're never going to fucking see like I got. My first tattoo was on the back of my neck and I still fucking always forget it's there. I'm like, well, shit. But the hand tattoos were really cool. I did that. I think I did, earlier today, I did some lettering going down the ear, the back behind the ear, and I did it on the hip bone, and that was really cool. And then we think if I did any other bigger ones. Not off the top of my head, I can't think about. What has been really annoying me this week, though, is people, when I make an appointment with somebody, it's kind of like I expect that time for the appointment. I had 2 people this week and everything show up an hour late for an appointment and not tell me. And thankfully, I was still there at the shop, but, I've had 2 people like show up an hour late and act like nothing happened. And then I had somebody today and everything show up an hour early, and I just kind of try to play it off. It's like I already had somebody there for a piercing, and it's just kind of like, cool, you could wait until I'm done with my other appointment because you guys are an hour early still. And it's just like, oh, you wouldn't show up to a fucking doctor appointment fucking an hour early. If I go and give you a time, it's because that's I'm going to be there for you. And I'm the kind of person, I like to have my shit ready to go for you. I want to have, my setup already done. I want to have the stencil ready to go. That way we can just fucking get to tattooing because that's the fucking fun part. It's the tattooing. I don't give a shit about fucking setting up. I'll set up and make sure everything's all clean and good and everything like that. But that's not the fun part. I didn't become a fucking tattoo artist to set up stations, But that's kind of what's been really annoying me this week. I feel like, just have respect for your fucking artists. And, if you're going to be late and everything, let them know you're going to be late. If you're going to be early, let them know be early. I understand there's a miscommunication, but when I can go through the fucking texts and everything and pull up, no, this is the time we said we were going to be here and you're still doing this, that's just kind of like, at least let me fucking know, bro. So that's been mainly my problem this week and everything. Not problem, but it's been kind of my gripe. Just kind of like, if they give you an appointment, fucking keep the appointment, man. Especially in this whole fucking shit where we're closed. And so it's like, I'm going to the shop for you. I'm going to the shop for you at this time and everything. And when you show up, late, like an hour late, it's just kind of like, well, the hell am I hanging out at the shop for? It's like cold and empty and shit. It's kind of like, there's nobody here. Just let me know next time, man. But overall, the whole week's been pretty cool. I've done mainly a lot of artwork. And so that was really fun. I did one thigh tattoo earlier this week that I thought was really kind of like interesting because it gets me thinking about how the body reacts to being tattooed. What it was like a little Hello Kitty, right? It was like a little Hello Kitty, probably like a little bit bigger than a business card size on the thigh. And so the thigh I always feel like sucks because my thigh sucked. It really hurt. It's my worst one. But I noticed in everything when I was starting to tattoo her, she started to shake, like she would shake her foot like a lot. And it just kind of like, okay, I know it's like a nerve thing, but then it got to the point where it got closer to the knee where it was like a violent kind of shake. And I'm like, okay. And so it made it a lot more difficult, but it got me thinking because there's other places on the body that are like that. The back of the calf, for example, there's a spot back there. If you hit it right and everything, the whole foot will twitch, you know. It's an involuntary twitch, but it happens. And I had another girl a while ago and everything. I was tattooing the back of her calf, I think, and she ended up kicking me, like full on like kick kind of shit. Like fucking, you know, in the doctor, when you hit your knee, it just kind of goes up. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And it's like, it's okay, it's fine. But I ended up kind of keeping my chest away from her. That way she wouldn't kick me again. But the back of the calf there twitches. And then the pinky finger twitches a lot. And so it's out of all the fingers, it's the pinky right there, that knuckle between the first knuckle and the second knuckle, that little area right there, that twitches. And I did it, I think, a couple times this week where I was tattooing on it and twitched. And you just feel it go up through the arm. And it's like, you guys might not feel like your muscles twitching or your tendons or anything twitching, but like while we're tattooing you, we feel it. We feel that muscle flex. We feel like the tendons and shit moving. And it's the coolest thing. And I saw this video the other day about this dissected piece of meat where this dude, he put like little electric cables or shit like that in it, or he was cutting it or whatever. And it was muscle memory because it was twitching and it was the coolest thing ever.
What video?
It was like this, there was this TikTok about this dude. He was cutting into this piece of meat, right? And I think it was like in a lab or something like that, but the muscle fibers were twitching in it, and it was the coolest shit. It was the coolest shit. It makes me really interested because it's like, that's a subconscious thing. That's subconscious. And so it's kind of like, what else on the body does that? I know when I got my head and like my neck done, my leg was twitching the whole fucking time too, and it pissed me off. But it's really interesting when you tattoo because it's like we're not even going that deep into the skin, and yet it's still twitching and it's still moving, you know. Or you have these people who have these kind of, you know, like piercings. They have these violent reactions to them almost. Like I've had people grab onto my arm before during piercings, or have people fucking sneeze on me and shit during piercings because it's just an involuntary reaction, and that's really cool, I think. But yeah, other than that, my week's been pretty damn slow.
And martial arts?
In martial arts. That's been a lot of fun, too. I don't know. This week...
Did you say that you were a Muay Thai fighter?
I said I fight for Strike Fitness, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, but to go a bit more into detail, I am a Muay Thai fighter at Strike Fitness. It's really cool. I've been here for about 2 years or so, and I'm going to have my first amateur fight in May, and I'm super excited for it. It's going to be great. But it's also kind of like, I just want to get in the ring again. I just want to fight. Our fight just got rescheduled, you know, till like March, and I'm just kind of bummed about it. I'm like, oh, okay, great. You know, I just want to get in there and do more. But I feel like this week it's had a lot to do in my head with like patience. Coach was saying that on Saturday, that I need to have a bit more patience and wait, you know, for my opportunity. And it's frustrating because I'm not a patient person. I'm very go, 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 you know, kind of like with the whole mental health shit. I like to go. And so when I'm told you need to have patience and wait and for, you know, your opportunity, I'm like, I feel like I'm doing nothing. I feel like I'm just sitting here and I'm letting somebody attack me, and it sucks because then I get frustrated and I get angry, and I'm just kind of like, I can't get frustrated and I can't get angry. I need to sit here and wait for my opportunity. And when I do that and everything, that little opportunity, it's great. It feels fantastic because fucking I get to see that, you know, this person did this thing and everything, so I get to go at them with that. And so that's cool. It's just getting to that point where I have patience. That is the annoying part, because it's like in tattooing too. You can't rush a line when you're tattooing, you know, none of the ink is going to stay. And so you need to have patience and be able to pull it slowly just to make sure you actually get accurate fucking lines. And I need to sit there in the pocket and wait for that fucking opportunity to fucking come across and knock a bitch out, you know? I need to be patient, but I'm not. It's frustrating. But it's like, it's really cool. And it's another thing about patience is that I really have a goal where I want to hit 300 for my deadlift, right, by my birthday. And I am not patient. So today we were at the gym and we were taking photos and everything like that. Or I was like, take a video or whatever like that with Coach. And here I am fucking wanting to go do deadlift and everything. And fucking I jumped from fucking just the empty bar, putting 45s on each side after that. And Lucy's like, Nash, you need to warm up a little bit more. And I'm like, oh well. Just like, fuck it. So, but it was actually really cool. I got 250 on my deadlift today. And that's really, really cool because I was only at 240 before. Today I got 250 and I'm very proud. And so that comes from patience though, and putting in work. And I don't want to be patient, but I want to do the work. And so I feel very happy with that. I still want to do 300. If I could have done 300 today, I would have. That would have been great. I couldn't do.
When's your birthday?
April 28th. Yeah. So my goal is to get 300 by April 28th. And it'll be great. It feels like it's taking forever. I think last time I did my 1 rep max was in November, and that was 240. And so it's taking me like all of November and December, and then this point in January to get up 10 pounds. And I still have 50 to go. So I don't know how it's going to go, but it's worth a shot, I guess. Overall, the gym experience, and I've been very happy and everything. It's just overall, my whole mood, though, has been kind of down this week, which I kind of noticed is like a thing with everybody this week. Everybody seems to be kind of down. I personally think it's the chip that are inside our fucking mouths that are getting interference from the rain and everything. You laugh, but I'm right. you laugh, but I'm right. I feel like, because you explain it then, the weather. Explain the weather then. Because the weather's been shit. It's been gray and cloudy and shit. I don't know who the fucking else is like who's listening to this out of LB, but in LB we've had fucking like 40-degree weather and shit. It's just disgusting. But I feel like it interferes with the chips, and then it makes all the fucking electronics in our heads go all haywire, and then everybody is sad. Because I'm not the only person who's been sad this week. I know that other people have been, and so just like, I don't know what it is. I'm just tired and kind of like, fuck it. Now I'm feeling better, though. I'm feeling a lot better now. I got some weed, and so I'm able to sleep, so I'm pretty good. Yeah, as far as, like, the whole gym shit, I'm pretty happy. And now we're doing a podcast, and so I'm really happy with that, too. So I have a lot I want to talk about, though. I just don't have any structure, not in my head or anything in my life, so we'll figure it out.
I think you do have structure if you're a fighter and a artist.
Loose structure. Yeah. Chaotic structure at that. Yes. There you go. That works.
I guess, I mean, since you're done, I mean, I haven't thought of any. I've thought of kind of one segment, but have you thought of any segments for yourself for the show? For the show?
Yeah. I want to talk a lot about art. I want to talk a lot about art in particular because I feel like it can be a great avenue for mental health, for, expressing mental health, whether it be, whether you have down areas, high areas, or if you have ADHD, if you have autism and stuff like that. Artwork is a great avenue to express any of that as far as, just getting yourself to do something, it doesn't have to even be drawing. It doesn't have to be drawing because there's other types of artwork out there, you can do things like painting, you do things like sculpting, you do things fucking, I don't know, go sit in the dirt and everything like that, make a little fucking dirt castle and everything, all of it's art. Dance is art, music is art, editing is artwork. I fucking love editing, bro. I fucking love it. I haven't done it in so long, but just being able to sit down with like these raw materials and be able to create something it's fulfilling, And so that's another segment I really want to talk about. I want to get into how mental health can, be incorporated with artwork and how artwork can express things, can better your mental health, and how you can kind of look at your own artwork and everything and see bits and pieces of where, where you're currently at, as far as in your head. Because I can look at my art and everything over time and see exactly how, things are going. Like I can look at my artwork right now and I can see it's a fucking mess. It's full of, India ink splats and fucking, sketch lines and shit, uneven shit. But it is, indicative of where my head is. And that's really cool, I think.
Well, I guess the only one I thought of was putting the mental health and art together. Yeah. And just highlighting an artist maybe that you know about, or I found one that deals with schizophrenia.
Yeah. I'd be down.
Yeah, I found one, and her name is Yayo Kusama, and she's a 89-year-old artist at the time right now, and she's been living in a mental hospital for 40 years. Fuck. Yeah, so she says that the art is what saved her life. It says, truth be told, her diagnosis probably isn't schizophrenia. However, in the 1950s, a psychiatry professor presented a paper on her that described her as having schizophrenic tendencies. So that's kind of like what you said, that there's different types of schizophrenia, right?
Yeah, because like schizophrenia itself has certain list of requirements. I don't know all of them exactly, but you have a certain list of requirements in order to be called schizophrenic. Otherwise, you have other types of like subsets, and like you have schizoaffective, you have schizotypal disorder, you have schizo like personality disorder and shit. A bunch of different ones that aren't necessarily schizophrenia, because schizophrenia is its own thing. And then within schizophrenia, you have a bunch of different ones too. You have catatonic schizophrenia, disorganized schizophrenia, paranoid schizophrenia. It's a huge, big umbrella, of different things. And so she probably didn't have schizophrenia, but at the time when she did get diagnosed, they probably knew so very little about it that that's probably their best guess.
So I kind of just wanted you to look at her and her art and I'll bring them. I'll show you right now. But I just kind of wanted to like get your reaction.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see if it's similar to your art. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what we'll call this segment. I don't know yet. We're just still trying to figure it out.
Hell yeah, definitely. It's a
but
work
I'm
in
going to show
progress.
her right now.
Yeah.
And I'll put the pictures up there too, Nash.
Yeah.
And her. You're going to trip out when you see her.
Yeah? I'm excited. Fuck, 40 years though. Yeah. Talking to the mic still.
I'll show you and you just talk about it.
Okay. Oh, she's cool. Hell yeah. I like her hair. Fuck. Did she paint all that?
Yes.
Or is that mirrors?
She does the rooms and stuff.
That's so cool. Yeah, because all the bright shit you have right here that you want to put, like, I feel like I have like I have bright shit right here that I want to take out and scoop out my insides. I put them on the wall and light them on fire and shit, but like with glitter. But it reminds me of that. It's just, that's really cool. Where did she get that name out of too? Where did she get it?
What?
Fuck. Where did she get it? The dots.
Oh, where did she get the dots?
No, but did she out of her head? Where did she get them?
See, that's where like you're an artist, so like I'm
That's
just,
really
like,
cool. She matched her outfit to it. I like that. That's really cool. Does she do this in the mental hospital? Is she still currently there?
I think she's out now.
She is?
Yeah.
Hey, hell yeah. Happy.
I think she's out, in and out. It says that she's in and out.
Oh.
And that. So I'll go to. So present. It says in January 2021, the Hiroshima announced that it would debut new Kusama accusations, including 2 infinity mirror rooms at forthcoming exhibits. One with Eternity Yayo. I guess she might be still in there, Nash.
Oh.
And that she does big works like that.
That's sick though. That's really sick.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've never been put into the hospital. At least I haven't been yet. And fucking knock on wood, I don't want to go there. But it sounds scary. It sounds scary. I remember like when I was like, I think I was like 14 or 15 or whatever like that. Before I got put on medication, I had a moment there where it just broke. And my mom was like, do I need to call somebody to come get you? And it was just scary as shit, because I'm just thinking in my head, when you're only a kid and you're thinking that like they fucking want to send me away, you're thinking that I'm never going to come back, am I? I'm not going to be able to get out. I'm not going to be able to go to school or see my friends or to be a kid. And thinking about that is just kind of like, I don't want to lose the life that I've built by getting myself in a mental hospital. And to some people, they have no fucking choice, and that sucks. And it's like, it makes me feel very lucky for not being there anymore, but also very scared that being unmedicated, I could end up there, you know. And that scares me. And so kudos to her. Fucking kudos to her being able to make all this beautiful shit, because that's really interesting. I wonder what's in her head that makes her like to take it in there, but go in there, you know what I mean? Yeah. I wonder what's there. I want to know.
Have you seen your artwork?
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah,
I do my artwork.
But I guess that's why I like that I want to do the segment, is just to show you
the texture. I see a lot of. Yeah, like the repetitive little dots and everything like that. I see a lot of it. It makes me want to touch it, and I wonder if maybe that's kind of what she was going for too. Because when you have some type of like hallucinations and everything like that we rely a lot on touch. That's why like I feel like I touch a lot of things. I put my hands like together like that. That's why I take off my gloves sometimes too in between rounds, because I need to feel something, because I know I can rely on my touch. I can't rely on my ears, and I can't rely on my eyes, but I can rely on touch. And so I wonder if maybe that's something that she did too. It's like that texture that she's created with all those little lines, all those little dots. I wonder if she can touch that too and feel like it's some kind of security there, you know? Because that's what I do with my work. Is I feel like when I see those lines, or I feel like those dots near them, even when I'm making them, I feel a sense of like reality in it, because I can touch it. I can see it. It's here. It's real, you know? Not like, you know, I feel like smooth shading and shit like that. It's beautiful and I can appreciate it as an artist, but I don't feel like it has that same kind of texture that I want in my work, you know? So I love her work. She's really cool. And I love her hair. She's really cool. So.
Well, I think we'll run that again next week. Yeah. I mean, with that segment, I'll figure it out more.
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess I'll dive more into that person, and then we'll get your reaction off of somebody that has schizophrenia. Okay. And is an artist.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know what we'll call it yet.
We'll figure it out. It's all a work in progress, bro.
But we also I also want to do like I mean it's up to you. Like you wanted to do fan questions when
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down with questions. I want people to be comfortable with talking about mental health. That's kind of like a big goal of mine. I want people to be comfortable, even if it's not about something like type of psychotic disorder or anything like that. If you have fucking questions about fucking I don't know anxiety, about like ADHD or whatever like that, whatever kind of thing is out there, I feel people to be comfortable at that. Go ahead and ask me. I might not fucking know, but at least I'll be honest with you. And if I do fucking know about it and everything, I'm happy to talk about it. If you want to go and tell me a story about like, hey, XYZ happened and now I have blah, blah, blah. And it's like, cool, I'm here to listen. So I just am really interested. I want people to be comfortable with it because when you're comfortable with it, you're willing to seek help. When you're uncomfortable, you don't want help. And then you let things spiral and then things get harder. And then you end up in places you don't want to end up in and you shouldn't be at, So I'm down to talk about fan questions and shit.
Yeah. So they could message you on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely. Instagram's a great place at nasty.nashi, nasty.nashi. So
on Instagram, right?
Yeah, on Instagram.
So you could DM her at nasty.nashi.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be the first fan question.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great question. Fantastic. How do I answer that? I don't fucking know. It's like
how much does your this question just came in from Jesse Diaz.
Yeah, fantastic.
How much does your art play into your schizophrenia? Like, or is it do you draw your schizophrenia?
Like
the not your schizophrenia, but your delusions or not? Yeah, delusions, right?
Hallucinations.
Because
delusions are a belief.
Yes.
They are like a belief. They're like things like I have one that's like the bugs in my food and everything. That's a big one I've had for a long time. Or like people being able to hear my thoughts was another delusion I had, especially in high school. And so those are more classified delusions. Hallucinations are more things that you see or like you hear. And so,
do you draw does it play into your art, the hallucinations?
Yeah, sometimes, definitely. Sometimes when it's really fucking weird and everything, I will want to draw it out. Or at the very least, I get a bit of an idea for it. Sometimes it does help to draw them to vent it. Like Blue, I've drawn a couple times. Blue is a visual and auditory hallucination that he came around April or so, I think earlier this year. Not this year, but last year, I guess now, because it's 2021. But he came around April, and he's related to trauma, I think. He takes he looks like a clown. He looks like a clown with an indistinct face. He kind of likes to do whatever the fuck he likes, and I don't very much appreciate it. He's really tall, and he has he makes this fucking awful fucking sound. I hate that sound, and it's just like, it's one I'm not exactly comfortable with yet, because he is related to trauma, and he makes this groaning sound that when I hear it, he likes to scare me. And that's why he does it. It's just fucking, and so I draw on him to try to get over it. And it's just not an easy one to get over. Things like the lady in my head, because I have a lady in my head too. She says a lot of negative shit, but she doesn't have a body. And so I can't really draw her. I can draw her words. And I've done that before, especially I have one picture on my Instagram where I have my little imp dude and everything like that, where he's ranting off words. Or I write too, and so I put her words into the poetry too. I just did that last night, and but Blue, he hurts. I don't like Blue. He's not good. He came out of a nightmare one night, and he came out of that nightmare with the big black but these big black glass mirrors things and like that are on the walls, and they come up onto the staircase like that, and he's at the top of that staircase, and he just fucking makes that goddamn fucking sound, and I hate it, and he's gonna be making it again later tonight, I'm sure, now that I'm thinking about it, because he likes to do that shit. But it does help to draw it, I think, because it might not fix it, and I might not be able to do it for all of them, but for certain ones like Blue, I can fix it. I can at least work on it and make it so he doesn't have that kind of leverage. I've also drawn that weird fucker at the bed too, the one who likes to whistle. How the fuck does he whistle when he doesn't have lips? I don't understand that. But
didn't you say he was nice?
He is. He's still a fucker though. He's only asleep, so he's not nice. He's still nice. Nice enough that, I'm not scared of him. He has these weird fucked up teeth that like that, and his little weird hands. So, yeah, it helps. I like to mainly draw more out of the mania instead of the psychosis part and everything, because I draw a lot of the mania. It feels like it's more physical, and so it's like I'll put like ink on my hands and go like that and smear. Like I have pictures at home that I've done where I just take the ink in my hands, I do that, or I throw it around, I dig it in my fingernails and do shit like that. But that feels more of like a form of expression as far as mania goes, rather than, you know, characters and shit, where it feels that's more of like a psychotic kind of thing, you know. But yeah, I hope that answers the question. So
it does. It does. I just I always wondered, like, because I see your artwork and I love your artwork.
Thank you.
And your tattooing is great too, but you're an awesome artist too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hell yeah.
That was a question by Jesse Diaz. Thank you, Jesse.
Gold star.
Thank you, Jesse, for putting in your submission.
Yay.
Anybody else wanting to ask questions to Nashi? Nasty.Nashi. You say it, Nashi.
Yeah, nasty.nashi. There you go.
On Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, Nash, we've been going for 41 minutes.
Hey, hell yeah. Better than fucking, like, we did, like, 13 before. And like after that, it just burnt out. It was just kind of like, it wasn't even like a little gentle fizzle. I was like, nope, I'm done. That's it. I'm done. But I feel like much more comfortable now. I think probably also because I just came back from work and everything. I came back from fucking just finishing up a couple tattoos and shit. And so I feel kind of more relaxed and in that kind of zone instead of just being up and about and everything like that, where things feel really tense and shit. And so, yeah, maybe that's kind of a cool thing. I should try that. I want to tattoo myself today. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow, though.
It's pretty late.
Yeah, it is pretty late. So.
Yeah. So do you have anything going on this week that you want to talk about?
Upcoming. What day? What name is today? Today's name's Sunday?
Yeah.
Today's name's Sunday. I have a couple tattoos this week. I think I'm doing a fix up. I think I'm fixing a tattoo. I don't remember very much. I remember I have a couple of them people I need to hit back up and everything like that for appointments.
So are you going to be taking individual appointments? Did you want to say that out to the universe?
To the universe, yes. I am open to taking appointments and everything at the moment because we are closed, you know, as you know, individually and everything like that. We're taking people in. It's just like fucking people do it either out of their garage or whatever. You know, you're not gonna fucking stop a tattoo artist, but people.
You are taking appointments at a discreet location.
Yeah.
That's what we'll put.
Yeah.
Just message her.
Yeah.
And where you want them. Where you
And
want it.
where do you want me? No, fuck that. I don't want to say that as a female artist. Fuck that.
Yes. So you're taking appointments at a discreet location, and if you message her, she will give you the
further information.
The information.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's piercings too, not just tattoos. So if you want piercings or anything like that, hit me up too. I love stabbing people. That's why it's Happy Dagger. It's true though. I like stabbing people.
And if you have any questions, videos, any comments, anything, suggestions, go ahead and message Nashi or myself. Nasty.Nashi. Nasty.Nashi on Instagram, or mine, Jesse the Hassle Diaz on Instagram, and just go to her first. She would love it. So I'm just the producer. She's the show. I'm going to be coming up with segments. She's going to be coming up with segments. Yeah, Nashi, you end it. This is your show.
Okay, I just wanted to say real quick and everything that I'm a safe person to come out to as far as mental health shit goes, or as like as far as anything goes. I don't have judgment, and I won't say names explicitly if anybody does have any kind of questions or concerns, or if they want to tell their story to me. I totally understand, and I want to encourage you to please, express yourself in any way you can. Your whole mental health situation. If you need help, then we do have places in town who can help, and don't keep that shit to yourself if you really need it. Reach out to somebody. Somebody out there does care. At the very least, I care. And so, just wanted to say that. And thanks for listening. Thanks for coming by and everything. Fucking talk to you guys later. Bye.